Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you ever found yourself caught in a cycle of self-criticism or negativity, this video is for you. I'm going to talk about how to recognize and identify when you're attacking yourself, something that many of us do without even realizing it, that inner critic. And in my previous video, I've talked about what is inner critic and for your better understanding. So if you have not watched that, please do watch that video and then continue to watch this video so that it makes sense. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Self-attack can show up in many ways through harsh inner dialogue, physical stress signals, or unproductive behavior patterns. It might feel like you're constantly pushing yourself down or feeling like you're not good enough. But don't worry, you can break the cycle. Let's start by recognizing the signs. Step one, pay attention to the tone of your thoughts. Is your internal voice harsh or dismissive? If you often find yourself thinking things like, I should have done this better, I'm such a failure, or why can't I ever get it right? These are clear signals that you might be attacking yourself. Remember, we are all human, mistakes happen. But when we start internalizing these thoughts and letting them define our worth, that's when it becomes harmful. Next up, pay attention to your body. When you're attacking yourself, the physical signs can be pretty telling you that you are attacking yourself, but you might not notice it because you've been clouded with the negative thought patterns. The signs which I'm specifying here is you might notice tightness in your chest, a clenched jaw, or even your breathing becoming very shallow. These stress responses can be a clue that you're being too hard on yourself. Perfectionism is another red flag. If you feel like you need to do everything flawless, or if you get stuck on the small mistakes and treat them like they define your entire worth, the perfectionism is creeping in. It's important to remember perfection doesn't exist. Emotional shifts are big indicators. When you're attacking yourself, you might feel sudden drop in your self-esteem and confidence. Feelings of shame, guilt, frustration are common. Recognize these emotional shifts as they are often related to negative self-talk or self-criticism. Take a moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling emotionally? Are your thoughts feeding into these emotions or can you challenge them? Sometimes self attack shows up in how we behave. Are you avoiding tasks out of fear of failure? Or maybe you are overcompensating or pushing yourself too hard to prove your worth. You might even isolate yourself because of feelings of shame. All of these behaviors are signs of self attack. One way to spot these patterns is by keeping thought journal. Write down the moments when you feel upset or discouraged and note that specific thoughts or triggers that's linked with those moments. This can help you to see when you're actually slipping into that self attack pattern. Another important step is to question where that criticism is coming from. Ask yourself, whose voice does this sound like? Maybe it's a voice from the past, like a parent, teacher, or even a peer who made you feel less or small. Once you recognize that, you can start to separate their voice from your own. Comparing yourself to others is another big trigger for self attack. Whether it's on a social media or in your workplace, comparing your achievements to someone else's can lead to feelings of inadequacy. Mindfulness is a great tool. When you catch yourself in a negative spiral, pause and ask your question and ask yourself, what am I saying to myself right now? Is this helping or hurting me? Taking a moment to step back can help you break the cycle. Sometimes self attack can mask our motivation. You might think being critical to yourself will push you to do better, but in reality, it can cause more harm than good. Reflect on whether the thought is helping you to grow or just keeping you stuck. So let's recap. Recognizing when you're attacking yourself is a crucial step towards breaking free from self criticism. Pay attention to your inner dialogue, physical signs, perfectionism, and emotional shifts. And remember, you're not alone in this. Healing starts with awareness. Now that you have better understanding of how to identify the inner critic and where it comes from, in my next video, I'm going to talk about some exercises to practice self-compassion and awareness. Drop a comment below if you like to see anything related to inner critic in my future video. Thanks for watching and staying until the end of this video. And remember, be kind to yourself. You deserve it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with someone who might benefit. Until next video, stay curious, stay healthy. Signing off, Devi Sundar.